Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to make a delicious risotto with lots of mixed mushrooms and fresh herbs. This is not a difficult dish to make, but it's important to follow a few simple tips. First, choose the right pan to cook the risotto. Here I'm using a 24 cm non-stick sauté pan with a lid which is wide enough to make a risotto for 2 people, but you can also use a large frying pan. To make this classic dish, always use arborio or carnaroli rice. This short and starchy variety of rice are perfect to make a soft and creamy risotto. Also, you can make this recipe with just one variety of mushrooms and without using the dried porcini. But I highly recommend using a mix of different fresh mushrooms and to include the dried porcini, since it will considerably enhance the flavor of the whole dish. So, to begin with, place the dried mushrooms in a heat-proof measuring jug. Pour over 1 liter of boiling water and leave to soak as indicated in the pack instructions, which usually is about 20 to 30 minutes. In the meantime, peel and finely chop the onion and garlic. After rinsing the mushrooms, roughly cut them into slices. Also, wash and pick the thyme leaves to make about half tablespoon. Reserve a few more to add at the end of the cooking, and finally chop the parsley and turn the basil leaves. Also, if using, finely grate some Italian hard cheese or a vegan alternative. Now, using a slotted spoon, take the soaked mushrooms from the liquid and squeeze to remove the excess water. Then, using a fine mesh sieve, strain the liquid into a medium saucepan to remove any grit. Reserve the liquid and chop the mushrooms. Then, crumble 2 vegetable stock cubes directly into the pan. Stir well and bring to a boil. Reduce the heat and keep the pan at a simmer. Next, heat the olive oil in the risotto pan. Use a large enough stove burner so that it covers the whole base of the pan, which allows for the rice to cook evenly. Fry the onion and garlic over a medium-low heat for about 3 or 4 minutes, stirring occasionally. Then, add all the mushrooms, thyme, and a bit of pepper. Sauté over a medium-high heat for about 2 minutes, stirring frequently. Add the rice and fry over a high heat for a further 1 or 2 minutes until the rice is slightly glossy, stirring all the time. Pour over the wine and bring the pan to a boil. Reduce to a low heat, stirring occasionally until most of the liquid evaporates. Then, add 2 ladlefuls of the simmering stock, stir and bring to a boil again. Continue to stir quite often over a low heat until all the stock is absorbed. This is the most important part of cooking the risotto, so here are some tips. Set the right heat intensity in the hob so that the rice doesn't cook too slowly or too fast. The heat should be low, but not necessarily the lowest. A few tiny bubbles onto the surface of the risotto should be visible while the rice cooks, but the simmering should not be very intense or agitated. Also, it is important that you keep stirring the rice. About 3 or 4 times every time you add the stock should be about right. The important thing is that you don't leave the rice sit in a pan. Stirring the risotto is the key to cooking the rice evenly and produce a creamy consistency. Repeat this process of adding 2 ladfuls at a time until the rice is cooked al dente, which means it should be tender but still firm to the bite. The rice should take around 30 to 35 minutes to cook, with most of the stock being used. By the end of the cooking time, taste a little of the rice, and if it's almost done, move on to the final steps. Add the parsley, basil, and a few more thyme leaves. Add also a little more pepper, butter, and the cheese if using. Add a splash more stock and combine everything well until the butter and cheese melted. Taste, and if necessary, adjust any seasoning. Then, cover the pan with the lid, remove from the heat, and let it rest for about 5 minutes to settle before serving. The finished risotto should have a slightly loose and creamy texture. Give it a last stir and serve the risotto sprinkled with a little extra cheese or basil if you wish. And that's it for today. Hope you enjoy, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more easy and tasty vegan and vegetarian recipes.